Let's start with the financial investment in the year 2024. It's the beginning of a new year. Give us an idea of some of the trends in the financial sector and some of the opportunities that are available as the year, it starts unfolding that Africans or Nigerians need to take advantage of in the financial market. Let's start with that.
Okay, thank you for having me here once again. Now, with regards to financial investments in the year 2024, I'd like to first of all focus on digital investment, digital assets, which is one of the areas I major in. Now, 2024 is an interesting year because in the aspect of digital assets, a very interesting year because we are anticipating what is called the bull market, okay, in the digital space. Now, otherwise called cryptocurrencies. Now, in 2024, we are most likely going to experience the bull market. Now, in this space, every 4 years, right, because of a phenomenon known as the Bitcoin halving, like cryptocurrencies experience what is called the bull market. And the bull market is simply when prices spike. So a lot of people, the assets they own are going to grow in value and they're going to make a lot of money from it, right? So this is an interesting period. Those who have been able to take advantage of financial opportunities in the digital space might see massive returns, even though, yes, there are risks, but there might be massive gains for people who have positioned themselves earlier enough to benefit from the digital space.
All right, Andrew. Happy New Year.
Yeah, same here. Nice to meet you again. Nice to be here.
And we're glad to see your face this year. The reason Femi was excited when he was introducing the topic is because we're about to talk about money. And so, money makes anyone smile. All right, looking at
right.
Investments in this year, digital assets you just talked about, is not something that everyone is knowledgeable about, and so some persons are weary, particularly when you talk about crypto. Now, how has it been over the past year, that's 2023, and moving into 2024, the acceptance, the willingness to make investments in digital assets? In your assessment, how has it been in Nigeria? Has it grown? Are people now comfortable putting their money in some digital assets?
Okay, globally speaking, Nigeria is not doing badly with regards to acceptance and adoption of cryptocurrency because we stand to be the second largest nation in the world that has adopted cryptocurrency. I think that's after India. So if you talk about globally, we are not doing so badly. We're third before on the list, but right now Nigeria is second on the list. So which means adoption and awareness is growing. And with regards to the recent developments, the recent CBN regulation and the CBN lifting of the ban on commercial banks operating accounts for virtual asset service providers, I think more Nigerians are becoming more aware, and media presence like this and having sessions like this is also creating more awareness. So I would say that Nigerians are becoming more and more comfortable, even though we have also a large population that is still not aware and are still not comfortable with digital assets, right? Which I understand, but so far so good. We are not doing so badly. With when a statistic was done in comparison with the internet, right, the adoption of the internet. Now, where we are presently with regards to digital assets is in 1999, when the internet also how the internet in the adoption of the internet means the population that has adopted or that is aware of cryptocurrency right now in Nigeria is the same as the population that were aware of the internet and adopted the internet as of 1999. So you see, we are still far behind, but we are not doing so badly. A few years from now, the whole trend might spike.
All right, talking about the Nigerian space, what do you think is largely responsible for the growing interest in cryptocurrencies? Like you mentioned the issue of internet, it's not just now, but in recent times, in the last few years, you have this growing interest in cryptocurrencies. What do you think is largely responsible for this, and what will be the impact of this on that market?
Okay, with regards to Nigeria, I think one of the reasons why the growing interest for Nigerians is we have a very large and a vibrant youth population, right? And these things are more acceptable. Technology generally is more acceptable amongst young people before the older ones get to eventually just probably fall in line or stay with what they've known. Now, since Nigeria will have a very large population, of course, we are seeing that. And also, in Nigeria, people are considering alternative ways of making money, right? The traditional way of making money, it's not providing the it's not meeting the necessary demands in Nigeria. In Nigeria, we have a very large population and mostly no jobs for this population. So people tend to look for other means to earn sustainable income, right? So that is why we see the growing population moving towards cryptocurrencies. And globally also, you see globally the trend, and also apart from the fact that we have a young population, the period like I spoke earlier, like I said earlier, that we are in the cryptocurrency space, right? Where we are anticipating what is called the bull market, right? A lot of people are interested. This period, you begin to see a lot of things about cryptocurrency, a lot of ads, a lot of conversation around cryptocurrency because of the bull market. So this gets a lot of other people who were not interested before to become interested and begin to pay attention to this. So these are some of the reasons why we have an increasing participation. And also we've seen multinationals, right, coming into cryptocurrencies. For example, there's a particular bank in the US that has been buying Bitcoin, I think for the past few months now, every single day, $4 million worth of Bitcoin every single day. So with this participation of this industry players, it gives new investors more confidence in the system. So that is why we are seeing what we are seeing today. And I think it's just going to continue that way.
All right, so, but cryptocurrencies are still seen as volatile and highly speculative. But there are some, like you just talked about, that are doing quite well. And you say that 2024 seemed like it's going to be a bullish run for the crypto markets. Can you point us in the direction of some cryptos that are doing quite well? And one can say it will be a good investment.
Okay. Endeavor to do your own research. That's what we always say in the cryptocurrency space. And we always say that whatever we say is not financial advice, right? Endeavor to do your own research. It's something we always say in this space. Now, but with regards to cryptocurrencies that are doing well, now there are several cryptocurrencies that have been predicted to do very well in this bull run. We have Bitcoin, we have Ethereum. Even though Bitcoin, it's going to do very well, but may not be a very viable investment for someone who is just starting out and doesn't have access to funds, right? So, but we have other cryptocurrencies that are still they're not as expensive as Bitcoin. They are called altcoins, but are also predicted to do well. But what I'm going to state is what Nigerians should look out for, right? Not just the specific cryptocurrencies, okay? Because you cannot absolutely or 100% tell the particular cryptocurrency that is going to spike in value or the percentage is going to do it. But there's a few of them that are doing well right now. Ethereum, Binance, they are doing very well. Solana, those coins are doing very well. But I rather speak on things to look out for, right, when investing in cryptocurrencies. There are three key things I think people should look out for, Nigerians should look out for. I think number one will be the utility of the cryptocurrency, because cryptocurrencies don't just spike in value. It's because they solve real life problems and people use them to solve those problems, right? The technology solve those problems. Now look at the utility of the project and look at cryptocurrencies that solves problems in the area or that create solutions in the area of AI, as artificial intelligence, in the area of metaverse, NFTs, and the rest, right? Cryptocurrencies, because these are emerging technologies. This is technology that is a lot of people are talking about. AI is going to take center stage in the next decade. So cryptocurrencies that provide solutions in this area might be a profitable investment. In metaverse also, metaverse is revolutionizing how social interaction. So all these things, look in those areas. So I don't want to mention just specific projects, right? Because like we always say, whatever we say is not financial advice. So, but if you follow these things, strong utility, looking at the strong utility, that's number one. Then number two, if you look at the community behind the project, do they have a vibrant and a growing population, a growing community for that particular project? Because one of the things that leads to the growth in value of cryptocurrencies is that we have more people adopting it, and cryptocurrencies are steady in supply. In fact, they even go down in supply, right? So because of a constant supply, if demand goes up, right, the price will go up also. So if the utility is strong and there's a vibrant and a growing community, and how do you check for a vibrant and a growing community? Check their social media, right? What the participants in the project are saying about it. If more people are talking about a particular project or going into a particular project, if a significant number of people are talking about it, it means there's something the project is doing that probably you're not seeing yet. So look at their community, check their their Telegram, check their Twitter, check their Discord, Instagram, check their YouTube, check these things, right, and see what people are saying about the project, right? Then thirdly, look at the team behind the project, research the team behind the project. Do they have a visionary team, right? What is their roadmap? For example, if I talk about Ethereum, what is the developer of Ethereum? What does he want to achieve in the next 3, 4, 5 years, right? Where is he taking the project to? Does he align with where the world is going to? So when I look at these things, I can, to a large extent, tell if a particular cryptocurrency is a viable investment. So I talked about the utility of the project, the community, and the team behind the project. These three key things will work very well.
Now let's talk about Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin seems to be getting all the attention in recent times. In fact, the latest figure shows that it has surpassed $45,000, you know, in the last nearly 2 years. What are the peculiarities about Bitcoin, and what do you think is gaining more attention in recent times?
Okay, with regards to Bitcoin, like I said, I mentioned a particular bank in the US who have been buying over $4 million worth of Bitcoin every single day. So we all know that Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency that was established, that was created, is the first cryptocurrency. So of course, it's going to get that kind of attention. And Bitcoin is seen as a store of value, a store of value. In fact, it's often referred to as digital gold. So what people will do with gold, people will most likely do with Bitcoin, right? So that is why there is a growing interest in Bitcoin. And as these big players, these big industry players begin to come into the project, there will be a spike in the value. And also smaller players also come into because of what they call FOMO, fear of missing out. And Bitcoin, also another reason for the growth in the price of Bitcoin is the Bitcoin halving that is coming up. Bitcoin halving. Now, the Bitcoin halving is scheduled for, I think, April 2024. Now, the Bitcoin halving is a phenomenon that halves the reward of Bitcoin given to miners. So it invariably reduces the quantity of Bitcoin in supply. Now, and when the quantity is reduced that is in supply, demand goes up and price goes up also. So And because people know this, people who are aware of the technology know these things, that it happens every 4 years. This time, people begin to invest. Even before the halving itself, people are already buying into Bitcoin, trying to hold it. And um, experts speculate that Bitcoin could get to as high as even $100,000, because the last all-time high of Bitcoin in 2021 was $61,000. Right now, like you said, is at $45,000. So it hasn't even hit its all-time high, which was in 2021. So because of this phenomenon, right, we might see a spike, a growth in the price of Bitcoin. I think we're just starting.
All right, at this time of the year when people are looking for where to put their money and the knowledge of digital assets is becoming very familiar, are there certain kinds of Ponzi schemes, or how can you differentiate a Ponzi imitating crypto? What are the things to look out for when an investment opportunity is presented to you in the guise of crypto? Are there things to differentiate Ponzi from crypto?
Okay, yes, there are things you can look out for that differentiates crypto from viable investment from Ponzi. But one thing I like to say ahead of time is that even the best of us at times get burnt, right? It's not always a win-win situation. But of course, you can get smarter in the space and know when a project is purely scam. Okay, it's a Ponzi or whatever you might. It's a scam project. Now, one of it is that if something is too good to be true, it's most likely it's not true. If something is too good to be true, it's most likely it's not true. So if the returns that it promises is beyond logical reason, right? There's no economically justifiable reason why that particular project should do the numbers that they are telling you. It's possible that that investment is scam. Okay, it's possible. It's not. It doesn't rule out the possibility of it being good, but it's possible that it's a scam. So you should beware. Okay, that's one of it. Now, secondly, is people should be wary of projects that are just based on hypes. They're just based on hype. They don't solve any real life problem, right? Just based on hypes. People are just hyping the project. But when you look at their roadmap, when you look at their what they call their white paper, right? They don't solve any real life problem. The project doesn't have any problem itself. The whole thing is just purely based on speculation, hype, and the rest. That could also trigger some trigger something that this might not be a profitable investment. This might be scam. And also, people should also look out for all these free things. This period, right? We're going to have a lot of free things. Claim $500 here, claim this here, perform this activity and claim that. Right? People should be wary of those type of airdrops, right? Because they can use that to take your hard-earned money from your crypto wallet. So all these free things here and there, like they often say, there is no free lunch even in Freetown. So these are some of the things people should look out for when to know if a project is scam. And also, you need to go and check what their social media, what people are saying about the project. Like I said earlier, what are people saying about the project? The people who are in the project now, what are they saying about the project, and what are they saying about the developers? If you just look a little bit deeper, I think you'll be able to tell if a project is scam or not. Look at what people are saying about the project. Check credible sources. Check on Twitter. Check their Telegram, and see if what others are saying about that project. This can also make you trigger some caution when dealing with such projects.
All right, as we speak now, at the moment in Nigeria, cryptocurrencies are not recognized as legal tender. In fact, in the year 2021, the CBN had to ban commercial banks from engaging in cryptocurrencies and some activities related to it. How do you see this playing out now that the CBN seems to be looking in that direction? An attempt to even regulate, will it be possible now that it's a digital market, a global market, is not limited to Nigeria? How do you see this playing out in this year, 2024?
Okay, well, cryptocurrency is not legal tender yet in Nigeria, right? And I don't see it being. Also, there are very few. I think I just know of one country that is it El Salvador now that Bitcoin is seen as a legal tender, but it's in Nigeria no. So what we just saw, what the federal government has done is to lift the ban, like you said, on commercial banks from trading crypto for virtual asset service providers. But there is still a ban on commercial banks trading it from their own account. So what we are going to see is the regulation, right? This is a step in the right direction. It's a very, very good step that I think is in the right direction because we see even big countries, right, are coming into cryptocurrency. The American government is one of the top holders of Bitcoin, right? And I'm seeing that Nigeria too will begin to take center stage, the Nigerian government, with regards to what happens in the cryptocurrency space, right? Even though, yes, it's decentralized, but I think with the regulation, they can curb what financial crimes and possibly the fear of terrorism financing that is with cryptocurrency, right? So I think it's a step in the right direction.